bro, everybody expendable when it comes to my self-development, my self-growth. If you doing something that I don't agree with, that don't line up with what I believe my destiny is or what I want my future to be, the last thing I'm gonna be doing is sitting around you, hoping that you change and line up with where I'm supposed to be going. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. Yo, it's your boy. You already know what it is. Welcome back to the podcast, man. I had some things I wanted to get off my chest, man. You know, due to some events I had going on tonight. I felt like tonight I had a lot of opinions thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? Like based on what other people think about me. And I just wanted to, state how I feel truly about how other people feel about me, or just how other people could feel about other people in general. You know what I'm saying? None of it matters. None of it matters. Nothing. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is your opinion of yourself. Your opinion of yourself. The only opinion that truly matters in this world is what you believe about yourself. Not what somebody else believe about you, what, some standards people hold you to, or, you know what I'm saying, like some type of just outline of your life that people think that you should fit into. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody call me a weirdo tonight. And it's like, a weirdo? A weirdo? And then, you look around and you start to see who people hang with and who they associate themselves with, and, who they allow in their circles and stuff like that. But you claiming that I'm the weirdo. And, that ain't got nothing against that person, or, because at the end of the day, that's their opinion, right? Everybody entitled to their opinion. And for me, like, I don't take none of it personal, because at the end of the day, what you feel about me has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. But everything to do with you and your perspective or your assumptions. You know what I'm saying? So you can call me a weirdo all you want. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But at the end of the day, the only way that it's going to become true is if I decide that if I decide to accept that statement, if I decide to accept that, assumption is my reality. Because, as far as, people judging me and people wanting to call me whatever they want to call me, none of that matters to me. Like, I don't think people even understand like how far like gone I am when it comes to this world mentally. Because I understand, like I literally dang near overstand a lot that goes on in this world that we live in. And that's not to put myself on a pedestal, but I promise you, man, like the level of basic thinking that people do on a daily basis compared to what I've been through and what I've learned, I'm so like light years I've past a lot of that sort of mentality, because I understand like how life works. I understand how life works. So I can understand how that could even make me a weirdo, because I move different from other people. So, let's look up the definition of weirdo. Let's look up the definition of weird. Oh, snap. Let's look up the definition of weird real quick. Cause honestly, I might be a weirdo. I might be an alien, you know what I'm saying? I might be foreign to this world. In the Bible, it says, my people are peculiar people. And I'm not claiming to be a saint or nothing like that. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not even claiming to be a full-out man of God. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to live up to, the standards of righteousness. But at the same time, though, I'm definitely not perfect. Nobody really is. But on a day-to-day basis, I do try my best. But let's look it up. Let's see. Maybe I am weird. Weird. Define. Oh, wow. That's actually probably a compliment now that I think about it. The definition of weird is suggesting something is supernatural or uncanny. A person's destiny, which I don't even understand, induce a sense of disbelief or alienation in someone. So let's look up some other words that may describe that. Supernatural, unearthly, unnatural, unreal, strange, abnormal, unusual, spooky, freaky, creepy, eldritch, preternatural. I've never heard of that. Preternatural. I've never heard of that. But mystifying, mysterious, ghostly. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe I am, because I damn sure feel like when it comes to this world, I'm unnatural. I'm not like everybody else. I'm unearthly. I'm damn near out of this world based on how I think and how I see things when it comes to my perspective. Supernatural definitely is. Definitely is. I'm not the same. I'm not the same. Don't claim to be the same. Don't want to be the same. I'm me. And that's the only thing I ever want to be is myself. And anybody got a problem with that? Hey, like I said, that got everything to do with you and not myself. Because you know what? We only get one life to live. And the last thing I'm going to do is sit up and worry about what other people think of me and try to fit in a mold that people want to put me in. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be being myself. I want to be me and only me and nobody else but me. I love being me. And at the same time, like, I accept me for who I am. And every single day I try to become a better version of who I am. Not who they want me to be, who they think I should be, who they claim I am, what they think I look like, what they think you know what I'm like, none of that. None of that, bro. None of that. I'm going to be me and me until the day I die. Until the day I die. And I hope that I die better than, I started. You know? That's the only thing I'm worried about, is being a better person at the end of the day. And if anybody got a problem with that, take it up with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you should be wishing me the best. You should be hopeful. You should be literally being positive about that. Who wouldn't want somebody to try to be the best version of themselves? But instead, you take things personal when people decide what's for them and what's not for them, because they decide that you may not be for them. Because you may not be for them. Don't take things personal. Don't take things personal. Anytime I make a decision, man, most of the time I'm doing it based on myself or those around me, as far as like, like my seeds. But as far as like people, family, friends, randoms, bro, everybody expendable when it comes to my self-development, my self-growth. If you doing something that I don't agree with, that don't line up with what I believe my destiny is, or what I want my future to be, the last thing I'm gonna be doing is sitting around you, hoping that you change and line up with where I'm supposed to be going. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. It's the last thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, I may suggest like, hey, such and such, you may want to do this, you may want to do that. But at the end of the day, like, it's your life. Your life is your life. My life is my life. And I will hope that when I do something that's for the betterment of myself, you would applaud that. You would congratulate me on that. Hey, you being a bigger person. Okay, y'all smoking, y'all drinking, y'all do this and y'all do that, and I no longer want to indulge in those things. And yes, I can come sit around y'all while y'all do it, and I might even do it and have the self-will to deny those things as I'm sitting amongst you all. But at the same time, though, the best thing I can do is just subtract myself from the process to begin with, from the situation to begin with. So yeah, maybe I am a weirdo. Maybe I am a weirdo now that I think about the definition. But you want to know who I really am? You want to know who I am? I'm me. I am that I am. And whatever I am not, I would never be. That's what I am. That's who I am. So if you want to define that as weirdo, let's bring it on. Because, bro, I could promise you, man, the last thing I'm worried about is what other people think about me. What other people think about me. Because you want to know, for first off, I love me. I love me so much. I love me so much. I love me so much. I wouldn't want to be nobody else. I'm glad I am nobody else. I'm glad I am who I am. And I am the way that I am, and exactly the way that I am. Faults and all. Imperfections and all. I don't want to be nobody else. I just want to be the best me that I can be. I'm more focused on self-growth, self-development, self-empowerment, becoming as independent as possible from the system and the dependence of other people. Period, bro. So let me be a weirdo, let me be, unnatural, let me be, different. Cause I really don't see it benefiting being the same unless, it's beneficial. And literally totem pole that we at, poverty, barely middle class, not even like when it comes to finance, but more so mentality, bro. I come from a life of fast pace. You only live once, YOLO. Following people, doing what the crowd doing. Following the sheep. On the Bible will call it the broad road instead of the narrow road. On the path that everybody's on. What it say? If the blind lead the blind, they all should go off the cliff. I got eyes and I can see, so I can see that the edge is coming. I'ma turn around. And to other people, that's gonna look odd. That's gonna look weird. Why is he going the other way? Because that way is death. That way ain't the way I want to go. I've lived that life. I've walked that path, and I understand the outcomes that come from that. And you want to know what? I'm cool. I don't want to go that way. But another thing that tonight showed me is that I keep putting myself in situations. Don't get me wrong, I don't go out that much. I don't indulge in a lot of that anymore. But even the fact that I do every now and then just helps me realize why I don't. Why I don't put myself in those situations. Why I don't like going out. Why I don't like being amongst a bunch of drunk people in the club life and loud fucking crowded rooms. Bro, that's not for me. It's really not. And it's cool. Like I said, I do it because sometimes, I get the urge to, but tonight helped me realize, man, and not to claim that I'm better than anybody, but to claim that I'm better than those situations. I'm better than those environments. I'm better than those choices. I'm better than that lifestyle. I've outgrown it. It ain't even about putting myself on a pedestal. It ain't about being better than anybody or anything. I just know I'm better than who I used to be. So with that being said, maybe I shouldn't be doing the things that I used to do because I'm better than who I used to be. So right now I'm kind of ranting, but at the same time I'm glad I am because it's like I said, sometimes you gotta go through things to realize why you shouldn't be going through things. You gotta go through things to realize why you shouldn't be going through things. You gotta go places to realize that ain't the place for you. And sometimes it take hitting our head on a rock or touching the stove a few times, getting burnt a couple times to realize hey, that's not for me. That's a detriment to me. That's non-beneficial. That's harmful to me. And not even necessarily harmful. It's non-beneficial. Nothing comes from it. Ain't nothing growing from that. It's a waste of time. A waste of time. And I've known this for a very, 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 very long time, bro, that a lot of this stuff that we do on a daily basis is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But at the same time, though, we be so miserable with the slavery life that we live every single day from punching the clock 9 to 5, if you even do that. Because some people don't even want to do that. If you ain't even gonna punch no clock, what makes you think you're gonna be an entrepreneur? Because that's worse than punching a 9 to 5 clock. And not in a bad way. It just take more work. It take more work to be your own boss. It take more work to build a business. It take more work to be a boss instead of the employee and have employees and run a business. It take more work. We work in 8-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, maybe even 12-hour shifts. As a boss, you working 24/7 most of the time. CEO, you working 24/7 most of the time. Most of the time. Until you get somebody to replace you in a management position that can be you on the job. So you can just sit back and watch your stuff grow. You are the manager. You are the CEO. You are the supervisor. You are the boss. So, man, the real stuff though, man. Real stuff, bro. I'm cool with being a weirdo. I'm cool with being different. I'm cool with not wanting the same thing that other people want. I've never really wanted the same things that other people want. And when I did decide that I wanted them and I went and got them, I realized, okay, some of it might have been fun, but most of it was just like, okay, why do people keep doing this? It ain't even all that. It ain't even everything is cracked up to be. The bar for one, the clubs for one. I've been going to the clubs since before I was legal to go and realize bro, this is cool. But I'm not finna be in here in my late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, early 50s, late 50s, in the club, in the bar, every weekend. Gee, even once a month. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Why am I here? What am I getting from this? Unless I'm going out with, like specific people just because that's what they like to do. And I mean, that's what we decide to do. But for me, just to be going, just to go, because I'm bored, because I ain't got nothing to do, because I ain't got nothing constructive in my life to. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And a lot of these people be in these clubs, and I be realizing like y'all be in these clubs like thinking y'all cool because you got a lot of people walking up to you, shaking your hand, and you know everybody, and you giving dap to everybody, and everybody saying what's up. Like, bro, I don't need none of that. I don't care if I'm in the club or not. Don't say nothing to me. Y'all don't know y'all anyway. I don't know most of y'all anyway. Y'all don't know me because y'all don't see me. Most of the time, we only know each other based off social media when it come to me and when I step out. I know of you, but I don't know you. You know of me maybe, but you don't know me. You don't know me. Shit, I barely know me. I'm trying to get to know me every single day. That's kind of my point. And when I realize that I've gained some knowledge about myself, and I've realized like, hey, that's not for me, because I've learned that about myself through self-reflection every single day, all day, due to my life experience. It's time to pull out the scissors and start cutting some things out, cutting some people out, cutting some habits out. I want to be better. I want to be great. I want to grow. And being stuck in the same situation, the same activities, around the same people that are doing the same thing that I've realized that I don't want to be doing and continuing to do it is backwards. It's self-detrimental. It's self-destruction. It's dying. It's wasting time. No, I refuse. Like I said, so when y'all do see me out, it's because I'm bored, probably. I need a break from all this work that I put in every single day, from reading to creating to self-education, podcasts, webinars, saving, investing, learning, applying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every single day, bro. Not even just, what I'm saying, anything on a financial tip or a mental tip. I'm working out, I'm hitting the gym, I'm trying to eat right. I'm even trying to speak right. I'm trying to stop cussing so much. I'm trying to stop thinking certain thoughts about certain people or certain things. And the funniest part is this conversation came up is because I deleted somebody off Facebook. So now I'm a weirdo because I deleted somebody off Facebook and they making assumptions on why I deleted them and taking it personal. I tell them I deleted everybody. I deleted everybody. I didn't just delete you. But I mean, if you want to take it personal, that's on you. But I'm sitting up here telling you from the horse's mouth, it wasn't personal. It was all about, it was personal, but it wasn't personal towards you. I did it for my growth. I did it for my self-development. I did it for my mentality. I did it for my future. But hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? You want to take it personal, take it personal. But the funniest part is, if I'm a weirdo, why you upset that a weirdo deleted you? How about that question? Let's think about that. But, at the end of the day, I'm not going to get that too much energy. It is what it is. Like I said, I didn't take it personal. It was all entertainment and dope to me. It was funny. It was cool. But at the same time, though, I do felt like it, as far as, my podcast and, for me to just get a little time to vent, it deserved to be spoken on. And I just really wanted to say that at the end of the day, like, no matter what another person thinks about me, no matter what another person thinks about me, it don't matter. It don't matter. Don't matter. I'm glad that it doesn't matter because it allows me to have self control over myself. To It allows me to have, a way to create my own identity than to live by the requirements of others, the standards of others, the perspective of others. So with that being said, I'm not even finna go too much deeper into it. It ain't even that serious. I just kind of wanted to vent and rant. I thought it was a good topic. Thought it was a good topic. And honestly, I can go deeper into, the thoughts of other people and how it's detrimental to individuals in the world on a daily basis. But, only if, I feel like it's requested, put more in the comments, put more in the chat if you feel like you want to, dive deeper into, you know, um, people's perspective of you and how much it even matters because it really don't. When it all boils down to it at the end of the day, it really don't. But there is more that can be said about it to, break it down more of why it doesn't matter. But I'm really just going based off my own understanding. I don't have to explain it to myself, but I can explain it to others. But at the end of the day, I feel like I've done a good enough job on why it don't matter because it don't. That's really all it that's really it. It don't matter. It don't matter. So yeah. In this world, you dropped on this planet with a blank slate. You a baby. You don't really know too much. And most of the things you learned are going to be from your upbringing and your culture and those around you, mostly parents, but family members and everything like that. And you get to a point where there's a crossroad mentally, and you have to decide what you want to believe and what you want to stand on when it comes to morals and spirituality and mentality. You know what I'm saying? To carry yourself on into the future and be your own individual. Who are you? That's what you need to ask yourself. Who are you? In the midst of everybody in society, in the midst of all your peers, in the midst of every situation, no matter who's around you and what's going on, who are you? Who will you be? What integrity will you have when it comes to every situation? Integrity means what you do when there's nobody paying attention, when nobody's watching, doing the right thing when nobody's around, doing the right thing even if you don't get caught. You know, okay, something don't belong to you, but if you took it, nobody would realize it was you. Nobody would ever figure out it was you. Only person that would know that you stole it was you. But when integrity kicks in, it goes, but that doesn't belong to me, so I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. If somebody else steal it, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm not gonna be the one that steals it. I'm not gonna be the one that takes it. Character, morals, you know? What do you stand on? Standards. In this world that we live in, you have to have standards, you have to have morals, you have to have a outline of who you want to be. Because who you decide to be will decide your future. Who you decide that you are will decide where you go in life. So with that being said, you can either be a weirdo like myself, be different, don't be a follower, but be a leader of your own life and take full out control of your own destiny by the choices you make every single day, every single second of that day. Or you could fall in line and be like everybody else. Be just like everybody else. But you want to know what happens when you just like everybody else? You pay attention to their futures, and that's where you headed, where everybody else is going. And most of the time, when it's a crowd, they ain't going nowhere too fun. Most of the time in this world, when it's a crowd, they ain't going nowhere you want to be. So, you know, I'm about to go to bed. It's been a long night. I'm actually glad I did this. I just wanted to jump on here, like I said, and just rant real quick, So with that being said, so life for life, we out.